Okay, so what I want to do then is take my color, my new color, which is this one right here, this violet. I want to look at my handout where the dots are, and I want to kind of put it in that location. And let's go ahead and start with this top eyelid. So I kind of see it right here, and I'm going to gently and lightly put it on, like this, kind of in this corner area like that. Okay. And I also see it right here in this other corner area like this. Okay, go ahead and put that on if you kindly would. Just kind of brush it on lightly, of course. Okay, now, very important step. Then I get my original color, this one right here, and I'm going to put it on top of that violet that I just put down. Okay, so like this, I'll put it on top of it. Okay, and over here, I will put it on top. So, that means I have two fresh layers of chalk sitting on top of each other. Now I'm ready to do some blending. So I'm going to go ahead and get my finger once again, and I'm going to smooth out with a circular motion this area here. And notice how those two colors of chalk, since they're close to each other on the color wheel, they blend together for me. Okay. Now I want to do something else. Kind of right here in the middle of his eyelid, I've kind of lost my original color. So right here in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and put my original color back in there a little bit, right here in this middle area like this. Then I'm going to blend that again. Okay, so part of my zombie's eyelid then is kind of red, and it's also kind of red-violet, and that makes it very, very interesting instead of boring. So this really isn't a shading assignment, it's more like a blending assignment. Okay, let's do that lower eyelid now. So I look at my handout, look for the dots. I'm going to put some in right here with my violets. And then remember, you always have to put your old color on top or it won't really work as well. Okay, so I'll do that right there. Old color on top. My finger, and I'm going to blend that. Okay, but here at the left end of his eyelid, I'm going to go back with my original color. I don't want to lose my original color. I'll put that down there also like that, and I'll blend it. And that's one of the best qualities of the chalk, is their ability to blend together very nicely. Okay, now I got a little bit of chalk in the white of his eye, so I'm going to clean that up right now. I want that to remain nice and white. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Alright, let's move on. Let's do the other eyelid here. Okay, I'm going to check my handout, look for the dots, put my new color where the dots are, like this, nice and light, of course. I've got a little bit of it down here too. I'll add that right there, and there's a little bit right there too. Now, take your old color, let's put that on top as well. Now what we want to avoid on this is any areas of unblended color, any stripes, okay, those are to be avoided. Okay, I'm going to take my finger again and smooth it out, blending those two colors together. Since I have two fresh layers on top of each other, it works really nice. And again, same thing, I kind of lost my original color here in the middle. I'm going to put that back. Right there, kind of in this middle area, like this. And then I'll blend that again. I'm trying to keep this chalk off my blue though, if I can. Alright, Alright, let's keep going. Let's do the bottom eyelid. Again, notice me using my scratch paper. I'll put some new color right down in here like this. Where the dots are. Old color on top. Blend it with my finger, ever so carefully. Lost a little bit of original color down here at the bottom. I want to add that in again. Okay. It's a little bit messy in the white of the eye, and I really want the white of the eye not to have any color in it at all. So I'm going to clean that up like this here. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. And that's how we want to blend that new color into the old one. And there the eyes are of Reeko Mortis zombie. Okay, now I'm going to look for the dots again. I'm going to work on his neck first of all, kind of this area right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Okay, now what you need to avoid, friendly warning from me to you, is putting down this new color too dark. Okay? You don't want to draw it in deep and dark and press hard. Just lightly brush it on. Notice how it's creating right now a super ugly stripe. Oh, that's bad. Stripe is bad. Now I'll work on that in a minute here. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. I'll put it down here a little bit. Okay. Now I always get some students who want to turn in their zombie like this with a huge stripe down his neck where that new color is. Those are confused students. They do not understand the blending. Okay. So I set my violet aside, get out my blue color here, and I put it on top. Okay? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to put it right on top like this. Right on top of it. And, listen carefully, I'm going to put a little bit of new stuff kind of out here right next to the stripe. That's very important. Some old color, original color, right next to that stripe. Okay, now when I look at that right now, it doesn't look quite so stripy as it did. But with my finger, I can smooth it out even more. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Use that finger and smooth it out. Make sure your neck is kind of fading away at the bottom. Go over that again if you need to. Your circular motion with your finger. I'm going to throw down a bit of new color in this middle area once again, which I kind of lost a little bit. Right in there. And I'll blend that as well. Okay, and then you're noticing, of course, that the stripe has now been completely removed, disappeared, blended out, and that is what we want to do. Okay, let's keep on working. Let's keep going on this neck. New color, violet. Don't draw in a dark stripe, just brush it on lightly and gently. Gotta be gentle. Put a little bit right there too. I'll put some of this under his jaw. Looking at my handout. And everywhere I'm kind of noticing where I need to be. Notice how I kind of brush it on. I don't want to be drawing too dark with a line or anything like that. Put some right there, some right there. Put some down here like this. Over on this side. Over here. And there. Okay. Now, resist the temptation to start blending right now. You can't forget the step of adding the old color on top. If you don't do it, it won't blend right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that like this. Right on top of the new one. I'll brush that on for myself. Okay, get out my finger. I'm going to smooth it out. So now my zombie's looking a lot more interesting, because part of him is kind of that turquoise color, and part of him is kind of this blue-violet color, and he's much more interesting to look at when we have these blended colors for Reeko Mortis zombie. Make sure your neck is fading away at the bottom. And I'm thinking that right here I'm just a little bit light, so to put a little bit more color right there, just like that. Now I want to repeat my most important instruction of the day. Please don't make stripes of new color. You have to blend them. You have to mix them with your original color. And that's the objective here. Now, if you take a look at my neck, which I've worked on, and compare it to his face right here, boy, they look totally different. Okay, and that's what we want to have happen. All right. Now, I think I'm just about finished there with that little neck like that. And I'm going to go ahead and continue on this, of course. I think I'm going to work on the back of his head right there. Keep my paper kind of sideways like this. And don't forget to use that scratch paper as much as you can. Protect your drawing.